Okay, in this video I'm going to talk about the homepage top sidebar. As I mentioned in the theme overview video, that homepage is a bit of a misnomer. Originally I was thinking the homepage, but then I thought it'd be nice to add the feature of allowing you to add it above a certain post or all posts or certain pages, all pages, or obviously not use it at all. It's certainly optional. So I'll go ahead and activate it again just to show you, just to refresh your memory. Now, the reason why I did this is because a couple of my customers had something similar. They bought one of these blogs, but then they customized it to have sort of three widgets to appear. I added my own twist to it, and basically you can choose to have these ribbons or no ribbons. You can choose to show between 1 and 5 stars to make it look like a sort of a review related ribbon. You can change the border color, and that's about it. These widgets, what I'm calling a top sidebar, um, they're designed to be used with the text widget only. I mean, you could put something like your categories, your posts, sort of like what you have in the footer, but it's going to look like that, and I don't think it's going to look very nice. It's really meant to kind of hopefully get more click-throughs, and it's a little bit in your face. These are quite colorful banners. You could put a YouTube video there in the text widget, or a much more subtle kind of graphic. Take note that you don't really see any graphics. I created these three banners. I kind of threw them up quickly just to show you some potential ideas. Basically the top quarter bit of the banner, there are no graphics. So, so that the ribbons stand out a bit more. I'm calling these ribbons. These are using CSS3, so these aren't graphics, which just basically means that in older browsers like Internet Explorer 6, 7, maybe 8, you'll just see like a red stripe instead of the little corners or the drop shadow there. But again, that's what you expect with older browsers, especially Internet Explorer. So it's really there just as an optional thing. It might be worth testing it out to see if you get any more sales, more click-throughs, anything like that on certain posts. Maybe it doesn't have to be on the home page, because it can look a bit busy, but maybe that will stir people up and pay attention. I don't know. It's something to experiment with. It's a completely optional feature to the blog. So right now it's just showing on homepage. On the homepage, if I go to posts quickly and I take this post ID number 255 for what exactly are paid surveys, I go back to theme options, homepage top sidebar. I untick that to not show it on the homepage. I'm not going to show it on all posts, so I won't tick that, but I'll paste in the page ID, sorry, the post ID there. Save that. Refresh the homepage. So they're not there, but it should appear above this what exactly are paid surveys post. Okay, so maybe it's worth experimenting perhaps. And right, so I'm going to put it back on the home page because I want to be able to easily show you some things. So you could change the color of the ribbon and of individual ribbons. So you can change the custom left color ribbon, center ribbon, and the right ribbon. Okay, so you can change the color of the ribbon, the color of the text, and the color of the border. This says custom right ribbon border color. It might sound a little bit confusing because you can actually get rid of these ribbons and just have the border colors. I'll show you that in a second. So for example, say I don't want any stars to appear on the far right ribbon. I want to make that color more of a pink, something like that. In terms of the border, maybe the ribbon color's a blue, a dark blue. Probably won't look good blue on this against a blue. You want to kind of have a contrasty color, I would think. Maybe even make it black. This thing gets, sorry about that. I hate when it does that. Okay. Okay, so the ribbon color is going to be black. The border is going to be, this pink. It's probably not going to look nice, but I'm just trying to demonstrate here and show you the difference. So we update the options, refresh. So you can see that kind of pink border, I unticked the part to show the stars, the star ratings, and the ribbon itself is black. So you can kind of play around and see if you come up with something that you never know. If this could be an interesting feature. If I go to Appearance and Widgets, you'll see on the far right side you've got the left column widget, center column widget, and the right column widget. So this is for, see how it says Product Z example? So if I got rid of that, here's the HTML to my banner, and I refresh. So that's how you get rid of the ribbon. Okay, but just keep in mind, if you create graphics like I've done here in these example graphics that come with the blog, just to give you an idea of what you can do, then you might, this gap here might not look so great. So if you don't plan to use the ribbon, but you want to use this feature, this sidebar, if you will, this top sidebar, then maybe make your graphics spread more evenly throughout the 300 by 250 banner. And it's really meant for the 300 by 250 banner size as well. Okay, so I haven't really experimented with this in terms of 125 by 125 pixel banners, smaller banners. So it's really designed for that size banner. And even though I have put a YouTube video in there, it just seems to work best with banners. So all you have to do is, delete the title, and the ribbon disappears. And the reason why I created, these could be to products. Here's an example. Say you have an Amazon blog, and you're trying to target high-ticket items. Say, for example, this television was a $3,000 TV, and you're going to get a decent commission. But you've got sort of one of those auto blog type Amazon, you're using one of those Amazon plugins that's just posting a bunch of different Amazon products. Well, you could highlight above your posts, certain banners that are really expensive TVs. That's an idea too. So that's why I created this Amazon banner. So again, just experiment, play around. You don't have to use this feature. It's only an option, but I thought I'd throw it in there to give your blogs a little bit more allow you to customize them a little bit more. And it's worth experimenting, I think. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.